And thanks for joining us here at Weather Nation as we continue to talk a little bit about what's been happening here across the state of Mississippi, all across our southern states. And we're joined alongside with Son Walker, the director of the South Branch operations for Team Rubicon. How are things going for you, Son, down and towards the southeast?
Things are going well so far. As you said, we're quite busy making sure that we are making an impact on several of the cities and counties that have been impacted by tornadoes. So we're here at Camp Shelby. We're here at Camp Shelby, Mississippi, here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, in the middle of doing our training, which is great because we're training to make sure that we can make an impact on these different communities. But while we've been here doing training here at Camp Shelby, we know that the tornadoes came through. So we have been addressing those issues on those impacted counties and cities. So since the 24th of this month, we saw the tornadoes coming in, and the first impact was up the road about 3.5 hours away from us there in Sharkey County, and excuse me, about 3.5 hours from here and Rolling Fork. And so that's where we begin our first sharing our capabilities. So we went up there in a quicker actionary force, and we were partnering with the community because they did send out an RFA, a request for assistance. And so we sent our QRF team, which was about 6 of our glaciers, which we affectionately call our volunteers that partnered with us with Team Rubicon. And so they went up there and did a couple of debris removals and making sure that we have our first responders can have access to the different communities that have been impacted. After that, they came back, and then we saw another tornado move through a little bit north of us as well, north of Tupelo, Mississippi, up in Sharkey County, where we were requested again. So we're going to have 25 packs of our volunteers up there for 2 weeks. So we're going to have boots on ground starting Tuesday, and we're looking to be there at least until the 11th of April.
So you mentioned the gray shirts. So as this organization, if you're on the ground in these areas, what can people who have been affected by disasters do when they see somebody who's representing the Team Rubicon?
One of the things what is great is that the only way that we really can be really successful is building those partnerships. So we've built partnerships by either building relationships with the city commissioners, with the emergency managers. And so when they see us, when we come in, and sometimes we'll go to door to door, and we're talking to the different people that have been impacted. And so we will either 2 ways, door to door, or we would manage it and working with caseworkers. So caseworkers will send us the need. So it can be sending us a request for tarping. It can be sending us a request for debris removal. And so what we do is we assess that. And once we assess that, we send our glaciers out there to do assessments, site surveys. Once the site surveys are complete, once we know what the work is needed, we go ahead and activate our glaciers. That can be from between 3 to 10 people at a time to go out and address the unmet needs that some of our clients are requesting.
And how can people donate to this organization, and how can people get involved?
To get involved with Team Rubicon, a couple of ways you can do that. You can join us as gray shirts. You can volunteer with us. No matter, you do not have to be a veteran, even though we are a veteran-led organization.
All right, are there any last minute notes that you wanted to mention as well?
Yeah, so one of the things that we want to make sure we want to do is that we don't go out to the communities just to show face. We build the relationships, we build the connections. We're there for the long haul. We don't just go out there just to be there for 1 to 2 days. We want to make sure that we're there to really make an impact. And when we make our impact, we have to make sure that we build the relationships. So with our gray shirts that have already talked with emergency managers, built the relationships with the different people within the counties and cities, we plan on being there for the long haul until we bring people back to some normalcy after they've been impacted with this devastated tornado.